How was that?
I mean, it provided lots of like stability in ways, but you know, just growing older, I was just very me growing up.
How did your family take it?
Luckily, my family is incredibly loving, and like the idea of family for us in our culture is incredibly important.
Yeah, my brother came out maybe like 2 years ago, and he was afraid to for the longest time because Christian background, and it wasn't even how my family treated him. It was how he perceived people of the faith to take in people like him, and so he kept it in for the longest time. So my dad was the one that one day like just sat in his bed and was just like, hey, like you could tell me anything and I still love you. My dad, and it made me love him more because he was more himself.
It's interesting just to kind of hear different people's experiences, especially when faith is involved, because that's something that's so relevant to my life. You know, I was raised in the church. I never felt like I was unsafe or like unloved, but that does not negate the fact that I didn't feel understood. I actually never got to come out to my dad. He passed before I could come out to him.
No way, Kimo. Wow, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Dang. I went a little cray-cray in this house. I've been feeling alone since the things that went down last week when I had HOH. But I look over at the hammock and I can see 3 people that I was already looking out for. T-Core, Chelsea, and Cedric. Thank you. Yeah, we got you. And then Cam was over there too. And I mean, who wouldn't want Cam to be on their side? He's got muscle. So I need to let Quinn see who these people are that maybe we can work with. Go in the kitchen, look outside, look at the hammock. That's the group.
What I'm getting from Angela is that the group out at the hammock is one that we need to worry about.
You did it, and I'll just be okay with that. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be okay with that.
Okay.
Who'd you tell?
I told T-Core to, like, check in with you and make sure that you guys were still good.
I thought I had your trust, and I thought you had mine. It was no more than that.
You do, and I have yours, but I spoke with T-Core because I was worried about if you started thinking that she wasn't with us. And
no, I never thought that.
Well, that's what I took from
And
that.
we were never a thing anyway. So that doesn't make sense.
Can I ask what happened?
You were out there with several people in the hammock, was this last night? And so I trust Quinn, and I thought Quinn trusted me.
And I do.
Apparently not.
Okay.
And so, which is so hurtful, I went in the kitchen, and I basically said, look out the kitchen window. That's the group. I didn't say watch out. I didn't say anything awful at all.
Right, so what did Quinn do?
I mean, you totally broke my heart. You know what would have been in my best interest? You not to say.
But Angela, you said it.
I understand that you're
So what did you mean by that? Let's clear that up right now.
What I meant by that is my senior group. And that is the group I wanted to be a part of.
I thought that you were trying to, like, tip me off to, like, well, that's the group, something to be nervous about. And then when I saw that T-Core was in there, I did not want her to be, like, associated negatively with you.
I used no other words to you. You're just assuming. Why don't you clear that up with me?
I didn't bring it up with malice or anything.
That what you're feeding me right now, I'm not eating.
What do you mean by that? I wanted to get in that group, Quinn.
But I want you to understand, considering the other past seasons, season 23, season 24, when a group of people of color or a group of black people gather.
No, don't put that in there.
I'm not saying that that's what
Please
you
don't put
meant.
that in there. Oh, honey, don't ever do that. That is.
I'm gonna
please
walk
don't
away.
put it there because I love
I
you.
did
I would
not
never
mean
it like
listen,
that.
and that's why
Oh my
I'm glad
gosh,
that you
don't
wanted to
put that there.
clarify that. But what I'm trying to make you understand is that that's how it can be interpreted on our front when you say a blanket statement like that. And I'm not trying to.
Wow, I'm hurt. I'm hurt from that too. That's a horrible thing to say.
Okay.
What?
Two things can be true at once, you know? When I told Tikor that information, my intention was for her to smooth things out so that we don't get into these public call-outs. But at the same time, I was scheming. I was fully scheming. I was being a nefarious guy.
Now it's taken a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Quinn, what did you do?
I did not do anything.
You told her something that didn't make sense.
Okay.
How's the energy?
Why is a grown woman crying, acting like the victim?
She screamed at you?
No, getting mad at Quinn. For what? Because of what she said.
If I see a group of people together, it doesn't mean a race thing. Don't let that narrative get out. Roll the film back.
I don't think you're racist.
That could not be further than the truth and how I feel in this house. I love you, Cedric.
I know.
I love Tikor. Freaking, I love you, and I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. It was not because of race. Oh my God, that hurts. It's obvious when you walk into a room and it clears out. It's low. It honestly brings me back to my elementary school years where I didn't have a lot of friends. That makes me sad that I'm feeling that in this house.